If you are listening to this right now, there is a strong chance that you are tired. Not tired in a physical way, not tired because life is busy, but tired because you have been trying to change yourself for a very long time, trying to think differently, trying to believe harder, trying to heal faster, trying to manifest the right way, trying, and yet nothing truly shifts. If this feels familiar, stay here, not because this video will give you another technique, not because it will teach you how to manifest better, but because for once, you may not need to do anything at all. Most people believe they are exhausted because life is difficult, but many people are not exhausted by circumstances. They are exhausted by identity pressure, the pressure to improve, the pressure to fix, the pressure to become someone else. Every day, there is a silent command running in the background of the mind. Change yourself. Change your thoughts. Change your beliefs. Change your emotional state. Change who you are. And at first, this pressure feels hopeful. It feels empowering. But over time, it becomes heavy. Because no one tells you this. Effort is never neutral. Effort always comes from a state, and most effort comes from lack. When you are trying to change your life, what are you silently saying? I am not there yet. I don't have it yet. I am not enough as I am. You may never say these words out loud, but your nervous system already knows them, and reality responds not to what you say, but to what you are being. Trying feels responsible. Trying feels mature. Trying feels spiritual. But trying always carries an invisible message. The message is simple. I am incomplete. Every time you try to manifest, you reinforce the identity of someone who is still missing something. You visualize because you don't have. You affirm because you don't trust. You effort because you don't feel safe. Reality does not hear your affirmations. Reality feels your state, and the state says, I am not there yet. This is why so many people feel stuck. Not because they lack discipline, not because they lack knowledge, but because the one doing the techniques is still operating from lack. This is how the loop forms. Hope appears. You discover a new teaching, a new method, a new way to manifest. You feel inspired, you feel motivated. So you try. You apply the technique. You wait. You watch reality closely. And when nothing changes, disappointment arrives. Then self-blame. Maybe I didn't believe enough. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I need to try harder. So you increase effort, and the loop repeats. Hope, effort, waiting, disappointment, self-blame, more effort. This loop is not a personal failure. It is a structural problem. Trying to escape yourself can never create freedom. There is a type of effort that looks like growth. You watch more videos. You study consciousness. You meditate regularly. You analyze your thoughts. From the outside, it looks like progress. But inside, something does not shift because the same identity remains. The identity that believes, I must become someone else before life can change. This is what Neville Goddard pointed to with uncomfortable clarity. You do not manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. And if what you are is someone constantly trying to become, reality reflects instability, movement without transformation, action without alignment, doing without being. There is a law beneath all techniques, a law that does not require effort, a law that does not reward struggle. Reality does not rearrange itself because you desire harder. It rearranges itself when identity shifts. Not what you do, not what you think, but what you are being. This is the law of being. When identity changes, reality follows automatically. No force, no pressure, no chasing. Trying fails because it keeps the old self alive. Trying says, I am not enough yet. Being says nothing. Being simply is. Stopping feels dangerous to the mind, because the mind believes effort equals control. If you stop trying, the mind says, everything will fall apart. You will lose momentum. You will fail. But notice something important. Trying has not saved you. Trying has not freed you. Trying has only kept you busy. Real change does not begin when you push harder. It begins when you stop. Not stop living, not stop caring, but stop fighting yourself. Instead of asking, what else should I do? Ask this: who is trying right now? Who is the one that feels incomplete? Who is the one that feels behind? Who is the one that believes they must become? When you observe this identity without fixing it, without judging it, without trying to improve it, something unexpected happens. A space opens, and in that space, effort dissolves. Not because you forced it to stop, but because it is no longer needed. Identity does not dissolve through attack. It dissolves through awareness. The moment you stop trying to escape yourself, you stop feeding the structure that keeps the old self alive. You do not need to destroy identity. You only need to stop reinforcing it. Awareness does the rest. When awareness is present, effort becomes unnecessary. And when effort ends, being changes. If you feel collapsed right now, lost, empty, or numb, that does not mean you failed. It means you reached the limit of becoming. You reached the point where effort can no longer carry you. This is not a breakdown. It is a threshold. You were never broken. You were taught to fight yourself, and you are finally too tired to continue that war. You do not need to add anything to yourself. You do not need to force alignment. You do not need to become someone new. You only need to stop resisting who you already are. When trying ends, being begins. And when being changes, reality has no choice but to follow. If this message reached you, stay here, not to learn more, not to fix yourself, but to rest from the effort of becoming. Nothing is required of you right now, and that may be the most powerful shift of all.